What is going on, everybody? This is episode 558 of the First and Frame Rate Show. I am VF Baller. Over here, we talk about Georgia Southern and Atlanta Falcons football. And today we're going to talk some Georgia Southern. We're finally going to talk some Georgia Southern. It is paramount that we talk about Georgia Southern now. I know I said I was going to wait for the Jalen White situation. Well, I ain't going to say situation. The preview of him and his game, because I think he's a phenomenal running back. I also want to highlight a couple other players throughout the week leading up to the spring game. But the spring game does come with this caveat. It comes with scrimmages prior to the spring game. And we had our first one today. Shout out to Josh Aubrey on the Statesboro Herald. He always does a fantastic job when it comes to, covering the Georgia Southern Eagles. And I have his article here. I would definitely put this down in the description if you want to read it. I'm going to follow this article. I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions on what I think of the article and the team, because I'm a bit excited, but I have a small concern as well. If this is your first time here, welcome. I could be found on YouTube and Rumble. I'm also on Spotify, Stitcher, Apple, and Google Podcasts. I know I stopped using Anchor, but Anchor and Spotify are the same now. So basically, if you go to Anchor, you're going to find Spotify. You go to Spotify, you're going to find Anchor. So that's, what it is. Also, I have a new website up and running, firstandframerates.com. Firstandframerates.com, you can find everything from on the website, from the podcast to the YouTube videos. I'm going to have some other things up and running on there. I am a busy guy. I do apologize. I can't be efficient as possible when it comes to the website. But there's one extra thing I want to put out there for you guys, to have, another avenue to get this content. I'm going to be having blogs. I'm going to have some certain reviews. I'm going to try to do all kind of things over there so you guys could have one hub for, the First and Frame Rate Show. So we will get into all of that at a later time. I'm going to be working on it behind the scenes. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. First spring scrimmage for Coach Clay Helton, basically year 2 of his tenure at Georgia Southern. Last year they went 6-7 after he came in and evaluated the middle to the tail end of the 3-9 season that we kind of want to forget. It was a pretty rough season. And last season gave us a lot of hope. Kyle Van Treese came through for a lot of yards, and we had a lot of, athletes that played very well, and they turned themselves into pretty good receivers. We had some guys in the freshman class step up and make a name for themselves. Jet Thompson, Marcus Sanders, O.J. Arnold, Pashawn Wembley, Latrell Bullard. We had, Mark Stampley. We had some guys that actually, put in the work. Not only with the veterans that are some that departed the school or the football program like Dylan Springer and others. You had those guys actually help these guys put in work. And going into year 2, we still have some more veterans coming in from other schools, Power 5 schools, coming into the group of 5. And I'm a little bit excited about that. One thing I will say, I've been hearing a lot of rumblings about Davis Brin. I heard this kid is electric. I think he's going to, from what I'm hearing, I ain't gonna say I think. From what I'm hearing, he's going to light this. He's going to light this conference on fire. And it's going to be a pretty big act to follow with Kyle Van Treese for what he did. But from what I'm hearing, it seems like he's going to be doing very, very well. I'm going to read the article and I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions. The rain delay from last Saturday, the rain delay pushed the scrimmage from Saturday, and they moved things back to a Monday afternoon. And this is basically how it went down. And Coach Clay Helton said it was very important for us in terms of evaluation. I was really proud of how we did offensively, and it should be in front of where the defense is at this point with so many players returning. All right, now that is true. I believe that, and the offense was just on fire last year anyway. So it looks like we're going to continue to pick up where we left. We're going to pick up where we left off and continue to be great on offense. He also said defensively, I thought that there was some good one-on-one plays. I thought they did a nice job in the red zone. Now, I'm also hearing rumblings that the defense is actually doing, pretty well based on last year. Last year it was a little bit different because I heard some rumblings on the defense that weren't doing too hot, and I thought it was because of the offense that we was running. Kind of found out the defense was a little bit lackluster than we thought it was, and last year it was kind of a liability. So that's one thing I'm worried about. I have a little issue with, and hopefully that it will get better as the rest of the offseason goes. Tulsa transfer quarterback Davis Brin got the reps for the first the Eagle first team, and fellow transfer J.C. French working the majority of the time with the second unit. So you kind of see where this is going. Kyle Van Treese, he stepped off and he's hopefully going to the NFL. Davis Brin comes from Tulsa. I've seen some of his play. He looks legit. Now, I'm not taking nothing away from Kyle Van Treese, but you can see where the type of competition that Davis Brin played against compared to Kyle Van Treese, you could tell that Davis is a little bit more locked in. And like I said, it's not a knock on Van Treese. It's just the level of competition from both. Van Treese kind of played, within the MAC at Buffalo, and he played a lot of teams in the Sun Belt. He played a lot of teams in the Sun Belt. Davis Brin played guys that was in the other conference. I can't remember what Tulsa in the Conference USA. I can't remember where they at. But you could tell where the level of competition, it wasn't just the conference. It was just the other teams that he played as well. You could tell he's a little bit more locked in. And it's not a knock on our conference versus theirs. It's just Davis just seems like he's more locked in. J.C. French comes in from Memphis. Looked like he's going to be taking the second team unit. And you also had Colton Fitzgerald. The two, Brin and French, they threw for over 250 yards and 4 touchdowns. Colton Fitzgerald also threw for a touchdown. Connor Sigelski and Bo Allen took snaps as well. Now, we're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quarterbacks. And we're also talking about we're getting a couple other guys coming. I know one just was committed to the team. So I don't know how this is going to play out with Colton, Fitz, Connor, and Bo. I'm taking that Colton's going to be the number 3 guy. And I like Colton Fitzgerald a lot. I actually like Sigelski as well. I don't know much about Bo Allen. I heard he had some good things about him too. But when you think about all 5 of these guys, we have a really, really good quarterback group. We have a really good one. And I mean, and it's really amazing how all these kids are just as talented. Helton also said, I thought Davis did a wonderful job today. You can see his game experience and how he plays the game so well. He protects the football and didn't have a turnover today, and that really helped lead the team down the field. J.C. French and Fitz also had flashes, and they were looking really sharp. I thought they did a good job, and I'm looking forward to looking at tape from today and evaluating them further, as well as Connor and Bo. All right, so I don't know who's going to be QB2. I think QB2 is probably up in the air between with J.C. French and Colton Fitzgerald. I don't know what's going to happen with Sigelski and Bo Allen. I just don't know. But you kind of get the sense of what's going on. Jalen White didn't play. I know I want to talk about him. I'm definitely going to get to him probably on Monday. I'm probably going to talk about him off the rip and give you my thoughts and opinions about that. Sophomore O.J. Arnold got a lot of team reps. This is something that I like to see. Terrence Gibbs, the 4-star running back that committed to Florida, he played today. He ended up decommitting from Florida and coming to Georgia Southern. He had a few impressive runs. Tyler Jordan also ran for a score. All the running backs ran for 173 and 5 touchdowns. Now, you got to understand. Now, just like I said with the quarterbacks, we have a really solid running back room. Really solid running back room. I like him a lot. You're talking about Jalen White, O.J. Arnold, Terrence Gibbs, Tyler Jordan. You're also talking about T.D. Dixon and Robert Edwards. You thought we was going to drop off. We lost a few guys a few years ago. We lost J.D. King and Gerald Green just went to East Carolina. We thought that we was going to be in trouble, to be honest. Because, you know who Jalen White was, but we did not see what O.J. Arnold was going to be able to do. O.J. Arnold looked very well as a true freshman. And then he got the first touchdown of the season. Very well done. You also had the other guys came in and played later on in the season against Appalachian State, did a very good job. Those guys came in and played pretty good. It's just a collective. It's just a collective group of guys that are very talented. Now, my only issue was the defense. The defense continued to adjust to the new scheme and the terminology under the new defensive coordinator, Brandon Bailey. Eldridge Fall, and I think I said his name right, and Trevon Locke both had a sack. Jacob Ferguson and Davion Rose both had pass breakups, but they was not able to come up with any turnovers. Now, I'm kind of worried about that because I want to see them get a turnover in every scrimmage. Honestly, I want to see them get a couple of turnovers in the spring game, because if they can get turnovers in the spring game against this offense, I think they're going to do fine against anybody. Because this offense is not that complicated, but it's very dynamic. It's very explosive. And if these guys can hold these guys down, iron sharpen iron, I feel like these guys are going to do very well. So the thing about it is, I'm still kind of worried about what's going on with these guys. Just a little worried about the defense. If anything, especially with Will Harris leaving, and we brought a new guy in right away. We also just lost Anthony Wilson and Tyler Bride. They're going to transfer portal. I do have my concerns about the defense, but I think we're going to be fine. I can't wait till honestly, I can't wait until the spring game. I'm going to be there. I want to see these guys in person. I want to see what these guys are playing, how they're playing like, and I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions on that, especially when that happens. You know, their next scrimmage is going to be the second of three, going to be Saturday morning, this upcoming Saturday, the 15th. I wish I could make it there. To be honest, I never even think about going to any of the scrimmages. I was just thinking about spring game. And if I would have known that, I probably would have tried to make a way down there, especially with me in Georgia now. I do have, a better, avenue to get down to Statesboro. I mean, that's just one of the things I love about moving back here. I was able to do that. So I can't wait to see how this continue to play out. So far, so good. Very little to really hang your hat on when you talk about Georgia Southern right now. The offense is looking good. We knew that was going to be the case. Brian Ellis, Coach Clay Helton, offensive guys, for the most part, they're getting it in. And they're showing you how the type of offense they want to run. The defense, we're going to see what they are able to do. I can't wait, because if we get the defense to play slightly better than what we did last year, we could easily, win 8-9 games. We won 6 games with the defense that we had. So we'll see. If you like this commentary, hit the like button, share this podcast, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let me know what you guys think. Georgia Southern first scrimmage pretty much was a success. A little bit of concerns. Nothing is perfect, but at the same time, what is? Especially on the football field, you're going to have your issues. You got to get better, and nothing's going to be 100% on point. Do like what I hear about the offense. Quarterback controversy, and I think Bo Allen's going to, I'm sorry, I said that. I think Davis Brent is going to be the starter from the way it looked like. But I am a sentimental attachment, to Colton Fitzgerald. I want to see that kid do very well, so we'll see how that goes. And the defense, we'll see. Still a lot to be desired there, and they're still going to be growing with a new defensive coordinator. I can be found on YouTube and Rumble, also Spotify, Stitcher, Apple, Google Podcasts. I'm going to get up out of here. You guys enjoy your weekend. If anything comes out up throughout the weekend, I'll make a video on, give my thoughts and opinions. The Falcons are still making moves. No telling what they're going to do between now and the draft. Also, First and Frame Rate's website, firstandframerates.com. Go check that out. Let me know what you guys think. Give me your thoughts and opinions. All right, y'all. I'm going to get out of here. Enjoy your weekend. Y'all take it easy, and y'all be blessed. Peace.